anniversary!
ICP United. ICP United.
Hey everybody, welcome back to ICP United for a special edition for the World Computer Summit.
We're celebrating 4 years of the Internet Computer, and we have a very special episode for you today. So let's get into it.
We're in the news.
All right, Kyle, what's cooking at ICP Hub United States?
Yeah, so I mean, we've been doing a lot. Schedule's been very filled.
Like all-nighter level sometimes. Yeah, it's fun. It's been amazing, but
Yeah, coming into hub meetings with no sleep and stuff. Obviously, we've been doing the show ICP United.
Yep.
It's been great with the kickoff.
It's going better than I thought it would.
We're at episode 5 right now. Just released, and now on XTV, YouTube, Spotify.
Spotify, that was a new one. Yep.
Apple Podcasts, and we posted on LinkedIn as well. So
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere except Facebook and Instagram.
Well, I've been posting on my personal Facebook.
Okay.
So
That's true. So it's there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it's starting to get some traction. The last video for the Chain Fusion Frenzy had over 45,000 views on
Yep.
X. So that was
and
great.
going. It just keeps going. People
Yeah.
are still sharing it. It's amazing.
There's been a lot of community support for it. It's been great, and I think it's gonna keep elevating just with different platforms. People like different things and stuff, and hopefully soon we have it on Internet Computer quite a bit with the socials.
That's something I'm looking forward to. We just need a little bit more infrastructure to have. I mean, part of the goal with the ICP United was that we would introduce people to the Internet Computer, encourage devs to start deving on the Internet Computer, and then also introducing devs and other community members hey, we're building a world computer here, come help us rebuild the internet. But that requires that we're actually on socials that people are using outside of the Internet Computer. But we want it on the Internet Computer, but right now it's not quite ready, I don't think.
And I've been posting it on District, Discover, Tagger.
It is in the Internet Computer, but I look
fully
forward
hosted.
I look forward to
that's
more
gonna be
of that.
fun.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing, and it is possible now. It's just, is it a smooth experience yet for people to really rally? And we're getting there, though. I'm excited for it.
Back in the day when the swap with Daniel and myself, we did a space with Dominic Williams on proof of useful work. I actually stored that on Internet Computer with Ubin. So that was back in 2023. So that was cool. And I'm excited to get all of these stored.
It's exciting. And there will be all kinds of cool ways to layer on social. I mean, we're rebuilding the internet. It is going to be rebuilt in a very cool way. But that's part of builders at work.
And as you touched on with developers and builders, we've had quite a bit of people reach out for getting involved with the hub.
Yes.
Ambassadors, secret stealth projects, and stuff like that.
A lot of people are building it, and we're providing a cool beacon for them. That's one of the goals with ICP United and the hub, is that there's this lighthouse out there that people who are building on the Internet Computer can find their people. And we're you're that far along? It is amazing. There's a lot of people building in stealth, a lot of people who are at least considering Web 3.0. What does that mean for their existing products or their existing project, and how can they just a couple extra pieces or introductions to other people, and away we go.
And we've had some very solid meetings with some of these projects, and they're taking their project they already developed and then just refactoring a bit to get it on Internet Computer.
At least 2 different ones in the last week, we could say. Are
very, very strong projects.
Rebuilding their own very great modern next level, next gen type of tech. I could use Internet Computer for that. And they seem delighted, because I think people do want to build on a world computer. They do want to decentralize some of their stuff, and they do want to have it be long-term safe security. I mean, security has been a big one for them, and being able to do that all inside the Internet Computer. But people are responding well to what we're talking about, so I'm feeling amazing about it.
And it's been energizing other hubs and stuff too, around the world. It's been a cool segment to have included, talking about other hubs doing cool things with devs. We've talked about, Poland and Kenya and stuff like that.
Tons of other great hubs around the world, and I know people who are following the World Computer Summit are seeing that. And it's been fun weekly to show some extra love, put out clips, give them access to clips, like content, like kind of being like a sort of a content hub in some ways, just producing a lot every week. I think we're probably producing 20 pieces of content every week that at a reasonably high level that anybody can use. Yeah.
And just giving it out to the community too. Like, you know, we have like currently a Google Drive where we, you know, give people, and they can, you know, download the clips and stuff, but then they can share and, you know, post about their favorite projects and stuff, because we've covered a lot already.
Yeah, I mean,
probably. I mean, I know one episode we had like 18 different projects covered.
Yes, yeah, we're not messing around on that, and it's working well, and we're stoked for that, and definitely, yeah, hoping to keep, you know, a rising tide lifts all the boats, and we're interested in seeing the whole ecosystem rise, and so yeah, doing what we do, content production, and all these sort of connections, it's going well. It's exciting to see.
Yeah, and then going to be at Las Vegas, and by the time this comes out, people will know that we've been there.
We're going to be a lot tanner, maybe different haircuts.
Exactly. And we're going to have like a new style of content really emerge.
Yes.
And I'm super thrilled because like it's going to be really, really high level.
It is going to be. I mean, I don't want to say too much, but we're going to elevate. We're going to elevate even further and reach even more people.
I think it's really important, and I think people are really going to be blown away from it. So, like, just knowing
Jimmy and Jenny are crying right now. Like, wait, what did they say? Yeah, it is going to be great.
Jimmy, bring out the VFX. Yeah, I'm super thrilled for it, and I think you know, it's gonna draw more people to events and stuff that we do with the hub, and that's really important because it's like pulling people in to start acknowledging more of the ecosystem in the US and encouraging more builders to kind of get associated with the hub because there's more exposure that comes with it. I think it's very solid for the ecosystem.
And for us, like, it seems like we're really taking a build from the ground up. And so, like, people, you know, I know some folks have been doing hub stuff or other things for a long time, and they've got their sort of way. What we're doing is starting with pull. We're a pull approach type group here. So it's like, first you got to get the people wanting to build and wanting all that. And that's, so far that's going well. But then what do you do with all these people? And that's going to be exciting too, with like the events like you noted. And there's a lot of good things ahead. Yeah.
You know, we're only like a month on month 2.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the beginning. And yeah, I couldn't be more thrilled. Yeah.
Building a new web.
So Kyle, all this talk about big things, hubs, all that kind of stuff, internet computer, but let's get personal for a minute. What is ICP internet computer meant to you?
I mean, it's
a big question.
Big question. So, I mean, when I first got into internet computer was around Genesis.
Yeah.
So 4 years ago. So happy anniversary.
Yeah.
You know, prior to that, I already launched The Swap, which is my media company, and it was probably 6 months in of like research since Genesis, and I started really diving in more and figuring out what is all possible with internet computer and storing data and doing full stack web apps. Started to feel like this has got to be home because it can be interoperable and so much, and that in itself has so much power compared to other networks, and started really diving into like what is all possible here, and found out some cool things with AR, VR, got tied into the whole metaverse stuff, started meeting people like Daniel McCoy and Lucid and yourself for, you know, like just working on projects, and then, you know, helping with a lot of projects get going for traction socially, because like that was like a core thing that was kind of missing. Like the foundation had a lot of hype and media presence and stuff at launch, and then just saw like things that needed to be worked in. So started meeting more people, connecting, building more projects, and just doing what I could to help, because I do see this as like a very vital path forward for Web3 as a whole. And so yeah, it was an interesting time, because like there was a lot of trial and error in the process, and I still see like so much more that needs to be developed yet. And so yeah, I mean, it is a very meaningful thing. I've met you, our team, like some of my closest friends here, like in the internet computer online at such a weird time in the world. Like, you know, so like whole world's shut down, everyone's online, and all of a sudden like I stopped watching TV. I'm like just doing research like crazy, and dove further into like all these blockchain networks. And when I first got started with blockchain, I told you how we were mining it in high school and back in 2011 for Bitcoin and stuff, and kind of getting more tied into, in and out of like the blockchain space. But then once this like whole world shut down and like everything went online, I'm like, all right, it's clear online's going to live forever at this point, as long as, the services are not shut down on their own. So it needs to be decentralized so that it
That's
can
right.
continue to operate. It was just, finding communities and networking with more people that also had this passion about a decentralized internet and what it could mean for the world. Because we've heard the stories of Facebook like stealing data and all this stuff, and
causing genocide.
yeah, it was very messy. And if we want to make the world a better place, then there needs to be groups that come together to make this happen. And I think the internet computer is a great place for that. Almost perfect place for it.
Yeah.
Just needs more time. So, but like I said, what has it meant to me is, great friendships, meeting new projects and developers, and learning new skills that I didn't have before. I've had a lot of success with social media and all this stuff, like outside of what you guys see now. But I've helped some pretty big people and projects and stuff. But I'm starting to like come into being able to leverage that now. Just in general, it's brought great relationships and skills that I didn't think I'd necessarily find in a specific ecosystem. So
Yeah.
what has the internet computer meant to yourself, Aaron? Like you have a lot going on and have done some really massive things. And so like, what brought you into internet computer, and what, really, what does it ultimately mean to you?
Yeah. Well, I just like you. I'm a big people guy. Like, I think it's vital to life and good life to have people and have those things be healthy. But in 2020, yeah, it just became really freaking clear to me. The blinders and when you're busy, you don't always think about all this stuff. But in 2020, we all had a lot of time to think, and we all had a lot of internet. And I also saw a lot of broken things, and like, wow, we're in trouble as a society. That seemed really clear. And a lot of creators and other people trying to communicate with the noise, the craziness, this like weird echo chambers, and sort of like a lot of people sort of being radicalized. I thought, we got to rebuild the internet. Like, this ain't working. Like, and we got all this like core key infrastructure, but it's going the wrong direction, and it needs to be rebuilt. Never one to back down from a challenge. I thought, you know what, like, I want to be a part of this. Let's go. Spent a lot of time in like sociology and thinking deeply about how societies work and people and all that, and said, all right, we need a world computer. we need to rebuild this internet, and spend a lot of time with a lot of different next generation projects, like trying to learn from them, joining their communities, and then the genesis of the internet computer, and the vision for that, and the projects that launched with it. So not just vision, but actual like full out platforms launching, like District, Discover, OpenChat, these sort of things. Like, oh, the internet can be rebuilt. But knowing, like, it's time to roll up the sleeves. And so, yeah, for me, definitely the people part has been cool. A lot of great people around the internet computer ecosystem. Of course, you got a lot of, it gets wild. It can be a circus, because we're literally telling everybody in the world, hey, you're welcome to join. Let's rebuild the internet together. And just like the world, it's a crazy place sometimes, and I sometimes enjoy that aspect of it, sometimes not, because this is also a very serious endeavor, and a lot of really like professional grade people are trying to do really complicated stuff, and then you got the circus every so often, and that's not great. But it's definitely created a lot of spice in my life. And in the last several years, like you noted, for me early with like the portal thing, like live streaming, decentralized live streaming, I was involved with that early at the alpha stage, trying to help get that whole thing. That was amazing to get to meet a lot of content creators, and then trying to do the metaverse thing. Wrong time probably to do it with the bear market and all of that, but that was really cool. And obviously now getting to help communicate with people about the internet computer. It's been a big part of my professional life for the last couple of years. Some of it's been more in stealth. I haven't been as open about because we were just doing a Emmy nominated TV show and a bunch of other stuff while trying to rebuild the internet, it's been crazy, but I believe we need to change the way algorithms are. Right now they're all focused on people are the products. I think we need the users to take back the infrastructure that they're using, and it needs to be for them, not using them. I think middlemen problems, there's a lot of those in the world. I think smart contracts can eliminate some of that. Just like if people are paying for something, have it go to the people that need to be paid instantly. Like, that's easy. Let's just get that done. And so we need to rebuild the internet with smart contracts, get rid of a lot of this middlemen stuff, and then, long-term and censorship resistant stuff so that we can have conversations about things. I know we did a whole giant film about nicotine, but the word nicotine was in the title. And so that got flagged everywhere on all these, freaking platforms that just thought, oh, nicotine, we don't want that to be talked about. Well, what about the billion people currently using nicotine? And are there better ways to use it? Are there reasons to not use it? Are there reasons to use it? We can't have conversations about it because it's a bad word. We need to be able to talk about bad words. And the internet currently on all the mainstream platforms doesn't allow for it. And so the internet computer means good communication, good people, and good platforms. And I think that's what I'm most excited about, what it's meant to me. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting when you bring up the fact that algorithms on current social platforms can punish you.
Yeah. And wreck your businesses, wreck your reputation, wreck your communities. I've seen so much bad stuff happening. I mean, just absolute tragic things to other people and even to our group. And yeah, a lot of that was coming around 2020. So yeah, 4 years, happy anniversary. We're working on it.
Yeah. And some other things that you mentioned, obviously with your films, you've had really great success with it. You won Best
Some of it's
Director.
really big, yeah.
Best Director in Melbourne. How do you kind of envision smart contracts working for filmmakers that leverage this tech? Because obviously it's important.
And we don't need platforms anymore. Content creators can go direct to their audiences. We just need the hosting and the payment stuff to all be available to that. And that's not. I currently on the internet computer, I'm looking forward to finding a developer who's passionate about that, and I'm gonna help. I'm gonna pour into that thing because I think it's time for the next version of Netflix, and I think it exists on a decentralized cloud with smart contracts, making sure everyone's getting paid, and not just the producers, but everyone who worked on it having a share of it, just like the music industry has now with writers shares. We should have filmmaking shares, and that should all just be paid out instantly. Someone buys your film or rents your film or subscribes to a cloud of films, and that film gets watched. People should just be getting paid instantly. People should be able to work on creating things, not having to fight their distributors, wait 6 months or 12 months or never to get paid. That stuff doesn't need to be anymore. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to on the film side for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's obviously a powerful thing. Film industry's massive.
Yeah.
Yes. Avengers, $1 billion plus, right?
Yeah. And some of the existing legacy players aren't going to want to change. Of course, there's always that idea of resistance to the change when you're winning currently, the status quo is what you want. But there's plenty of small, medium, and semi-big players that would like to see things differently. I know that for a fact. And so once we can get platforms and stuff building on that, I'm optimistic about some of the building blocks that are happening right now. But yeah, launching a next version of Netflix, the next Netflix. I think it'll be on the internet computer. It could only be on the internet computer because it's the only blockchain that can host that kind of stuff decentralized with smart contracts. That's the only one.
Yeah, and I know from watching films and hearing people chatter about them and stuff, a lot of people complain with these Hollywood studios producing the same thing over and over, and this gives the independent filmmakers and producers and all that a chance to really get ahead.
Yeah.
And fund these projects
well, that's right, because you could literally, and again, there's some gray area with regulations around this stuff and securities, but in theory, in a perfect world, if everything was done well, you could have people support a film and then get paid from it at the end, like investors. I know that's tricky, and I don't like abuses of securities and that kind of stuff. Like, I do know that there's laws in place for a reason, and I respect that. But like, can we figure out a safe way? And smart contracts might be the way through that, because nobody's getting screwed. Yes, they might be getting sold something bad up front, but that's where we need good community members and stuff helping make sure, hey, these people are legit. Oh, I don't know about these people. But I do believe, yeah, you'll see more really cool creations happen if you can get outside of the current system. It's just not great. It's full of committees just saying, like, make another one of those. Like, I'm sick of it myself. Like, let's go, people.
Yeah, we got to get moving. Like,
yeah, let's go.
So, obviously, we've been doing a lot with ICP United.
Yeah.
People see us quite a bit, plus other things we've been involved with. But we really have a much wider team.
Yeah.
And even ambassadors involved with the hub.
Yeah, it's a great family here, for sure.
Yeah, it's growing, and that's great.
Yeah.
But we really have 4 core leaders a part of this hub. So
Yep.
obviously you and myself,
Yep.
And then we have Jimmy and Jenny. And so yeah, I'm gonna get out of the hot seat so we can hear from them. So.
All right, so our first guest is my favorite person in the world. Even though Kyle's like, he's up there too. But Jenny Biebert, my longtime 20-year life partner and 11-year business partner, Jenny Biebert. She's a producer of this ICP United show. She's the lead editor for it as well, and gets heavily involved with a lot of the events that you've seen, including like Dollar Day Party and some of these other things that we're planning and have done in the past. She's kind of a big deal, and she's got some, I'm going to put her in the hot seat here to talk about Internet Computer. So, all right, Jenny, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
So, Internet Computer, what does it mean to you?
So I was introduced right around Genesis because, as you mentioned, we are married. We're tied together.
That's right.
So you came to me and we're talking about this stuff, and I was like, what on earth is going on? What is this crazy new thing that I'm hearing about? But, as I learn more specifically in our line of work coming from, film and TV and that kind of stuff, I really saw and embraced the benefits that it can offer creative people. You kind of already touched on, with the smart contracts and, being able to get people paid for the hard work that they do, which is something that I really firmly believe. If you're adding something to society, if you're putting your ideas and stuff out there, and you're putting out things, like you should get paid for that.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say. I just see how this is a really great way to do that. And the best part is that the middleman is removed. So we're not losing, 60-70% of the money over here to all these middlemen. That's going directly to the creators. That's giving them stability in their life, so they don't have to worry about, do I need to go get this extra side job so I can feed myself and my family, or can I pour the money that's coming into me, because we removed the middleman, can we pour that back into what I'm doing and create even more? What I did not expect with this, though, and I realized this more with getting involved with the ICP US hub, how many creators are out there. And I'm not just talking about, in film and TV and that kind of stuff, but like the builders, these people that have just been kind of like underground grinding, locked in their basement, writing code. There's so many brilliant people out there that, nobody's ever heard of, and nobody's seen the great things that they've been doing. But the Internet Computer really gives them an opportunity to bring their products to market. And I think it's for the benefit of everybody as a community. So I'm just so excited with ICP United and with the US Hub, and just with the Internet Computer in general, to be able to shine a light on those people. Because I really think this is how we build the community. We give support to those people. And like you said, a rising tide lifts all boats.
All of them.
It's just thinking about how far this has come in the last 4 years. Like, there's so much out there, and it's all scalable. Like, that's been proven. Like, these projects are scalable. This can, globally, this stuff can really take off and stuff. So just how far we've come in the last 4 years, where we're going to be in the next 4 years, where we're going to be in the next 10 years. Like, I just find it all really, really exciting.
And we're early, so yes.
And we're early. Yeah.
World Computer. I mean, we're doing this for the World Computer Summit.
Mm-hmm.
What does the idea of World Computer mean to you?
The biggest thing for me is accessibility. I was just talking about people with ideas. A lot of barriers that people run into is not having access to platforms or way to put that out for people.
That's right.
So accessibility for me is the biggest thing. Who knows who's going to have the next huge idea, and we may never hear about it if they don't have access to bring it out to the world. So that's where I'm just really excited with the whole
everybody can participate.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, Jenny, good work on that. Thanks for braving the on-camera stuff.
Thank you for having me.
All right, now we get Jimmy Jake Shaw, also a long-term partner and collaborator. Man, we have done a lot over the last, I think it's like 12 years now. He is an amazing award-winning cinematographer, an award-winning and Emmy-nominated producer, and the guy, if you've been liking the visual effects and all the sort of fun craziness that's happened during ICP United, that's him, plus just overall making sure the footage looks great. And this is my man, Jimmy Jake Shaw. So, Internet Computer, that's the topic for today, anniversary chat. What does Internet Computer mean to you?
When I first started getting into it, it was really cool to be able to have the freedom to develop and create a game for the Outpost project. And it was quite the experience. The fact that the game and even movies or any type of art can be hosted on the Internet Computer, that's...
Inside a blockchain.
Yeah, I can't... I'm really excited for what that could mean. Even beyond what we were working on, but just to be able to have game assets, I picture in the future being able to move and have game assets from one game go into another and be able to use the same stuff and things I'm really excited for. But just to work with a community of developers who are also doing real world things, from Daniel McCoy to Lucid, it was great to work with them, and we're just coming up with groundbreaking ideas on what we could do with it. So it was really cool.
Yeah, no doubt. And that was really amazing to have you involved and bring that beauty and that world building. I know all the software engineer folks love having that too. So yeah, it's fun to see communities come together and be rewarded together and build together.
I personally love the blockchain idea for many reasons, but like you were talking about earlier with paying filmmakers or even any artists, finding ways for the starving artists to get paid just as their creations are distributed, and to see where that's going and to be able to keep track of that and get paid fairly. We use a lot of different assets, like with the visual effects. I could see just artists having more of an incentive to create more art and just to distribute it and get paid, because they know it's not going to just get stolen or have no idea where it's going, but also be able to keep track of just, hey, I created this cool effect and now I see that it's being used in this big movie, or see where your assets are going in the film industry. And so that'd be a really cool thing. So looking forward to just new ways where it can be used in the filmmaking industry, as well as in the real world. So it's a lot of really exciting things, and I see just some amazing projects on the Internet Computer that I'm really excited for.
Yeah, no, it's exciting times. All right, so this is coming out, World Computer Summit. Key question, what does World Computer mean to you?
Well, it means that I feel like I'm in one of my sci-fi books. And it's really cool that the Internet Computer is bringing this to the real world through decentralized physical infrastructure. And just like PiggyCell is using their power banks. And we saw the Piggy guy running around on set. And I was excited to work on that. But
yeah, you brought Piggy to life right here. He was running around behind me. It was crazy.
There's so much happening. And I'm looking forward to just these other projects that are working on that, where I could see geocaching being used, something like that would be really fun. I mean, getting the kids involved with something like that.
That would be fun.
I love being a part of this community. It's really cool seeing all the development and just people passionate about these projects. And I'm really curious to see where it's going.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So thank you, Jimmy, for being a part of all of this. And now we're going to bring Kyle back and wrap up this special episode. So Kyle, World Computer Summit's happening. Any final thoughts on World Computer meeting Internet Computer?
Yeah, I mean, what's fascinating with the World Computer is it's one, as Jenny mentioned, accessibility for the world, getting everyone to kind of, use this infrastructure and have their data online more accessible for everyone to access, automating it, and just, I think that's what's interesting with like AI coming in to where it can automate all these smart contracts and stuff with agents and even as that advances more. So it's a fascinating concept that the Internet Computer seems to be bringing to life finally, right?
And sometimes, these platforms or these projects will like say big things, some of it's just a little bit of smoke, it's just it's not real. This one I sincerely believe is real. The World Computer concept is literally the Internet Computer, and everything that you aim to do with that, like you said, permissionless, anybody can use it, secure, like this stuff is great, and it doesn't rely on central providers of anything. So who knows what's all going to be built, but the World Computer is here now, and I love that we're celebrating it, because it's actually a real sincere thing we can all literally celebrate. The World Computer is here.
Yeah, and what's fascinating too is how Dfinity and Dominic introduced the self-writing concept with caffeine.
Yeah.
So making it even more accessible for everyone to be able to use the Internet Computer.
Everyone
the
can
World
do
Computer.
basic development, like all full stack development now. It's crazy.
yeah, it's the right direction forward. So
Yes.
happy
Yes.
to see it.
Forward indeed. I am so stoked for what we have ahead with ICP Hub United States. I mean, more ICP United, this new content that we're going to be coming out with, and the events. I mean, we are just getting started, and I could not be more stoked about it.
I'm really thrilled to be doing all this with such great people around me, and getting even more people involved, as we mentioned earlier with the ambassadors and stuff. And this new form of content that we're going to be doing, I really think people are going to gravitate towards it. I'm just really thrilled. Best place to follow us is on X or Twitter.
That's the main one.
Whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want. We don't care.
So we do have a link tree in there. And as we mentioned earlier, the ICP United is on XTV, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
Yep.
We also get it on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So follow us along on X. It'll be the easiest way, and you can find all of our other communities. So
Yeah. And thanks to everybody for joining us. This has been a wonderful community movement. The show is for you. And big thanks to Dfinity as well. Like, obviously, they're giving support to this and the hubs in general. We're grateful. It's exciting to see the World Computer Vision happening, and we just need to get more people building on it, more people using it, and away we go.
all right, everyone. So keep building, and we'll see you around on the Internet Computer.
ICP